Yeah. Just a K in the sky.
Yeah.
Kung Fu Kenny. And he swoops in and he fucking writes a mean ass fucking.
He just
bar.
starts rapping fast.
Yeah. I miss him.
So what's up, boys? How's everybody been?
I've had an eventful 24 hours, boys.
Have you had an emotional roller coaster? So
I've
to
had
speak?
quite the emotional roller coaster. So I found a dog recently, and just this morning we took him to an adoption place, like one of those no-kill shelters. So we left him over there, and he's over there right now. So on my way to work, right, on Friday, there's like this park that I kind of cross, right, the one on Eldridge. Who gives a fuck if I say the street name?
Yeah, that's fine.
So on Eldridge, there's this park, and there's like an intersection, like a four-way intersection with stop signs everywhere. And on the right side, like where you can see the pond and there's kind of like that grass,
Yeah.
I saw like a little dog chilling in there, just looking like a little potato with his ears all down. And I was like, oh, fuck, dude. I was like, this guy's all by himself. It's like 8 a.m, but we've been doing some like really big project at work, and I had to go. Like on a normal day, I probably would have called my boss and be like, hey, I'm going to be like 40 minutes late or whatever, and taking him to my apartment real quick. So I was like, you know what? I got to go. Hopefully, dude, like 1 million people walk this fucking park all the time.
Hopefully somebody else will get him.
Yeah, and there's always like retired people with kids or like people with dogs. So I'm like, hopefully someone just sees this dog and is like, you know what, let me take him in. So I go to work and shit. It's like all I'm thinking about. And then I was leaving for a half day that day. Just I had already put in some PTO like earlier in the week, and I was like, okay, when I leave, if I go find him, I'm gonna take his ass with me. So I went back over there. Right, I didn't see him in the spot that I'd seen him in before. And I started walking down the fucking trail for like a hot minute, like 15 minutes one way. And I'm like, okay, he's not here. Let me go the other way. So I start going the other way. And the whole time I'm looking in the bushes thinking like this dog is just going to be hiding in the grass somewhere or something. And I didn't see him. And so I was about to leave. I was about to be like, okay, like someone must have taken him or he must have walked far away or something. And as I was about to leave, I looked the other way, like near the pond where it like concaves down near the pond. And he's just chilling there in the grass.
No.
So I was like, oh, shit, there he is. So I had bought some Vienna sausages before I went. So I saw him.
It was
and
for
I'm like,
you, not for the dog.
it was snacks.
Yeah, those sausages. Oh, those are gross.
There's like this rescue person in Houston, and she's always like, Vienna sausages are like the key. Like
crack for them.
Yeah, they're like, just throw some of the water, they'll smell it, give them a Vienna sausage. I swear to God, they'll give you their life.
Oh my
for
god.
that Vienna sausage.
Ew.
$1.59 Vienna sausage container.
Oh.
So I crumble up. So I go up to him, right? And I start like putting my hand out so he can smell me. And then he's like he gives me like a little and he's a little bigger than I thought he was. He's not big or anything, but he's like maybe not counting the tail, maybe like 1.5 feet long, something like that.
Okay.
Small little guy.
Yeah.
So he gives me a little so I'm like, okay, take it easy. So I break a little piece of Vienna sausage on my hand and I give it to him. And he just eats it right off my hand.
Oh.
So I'm like, okay, this is a good guy. So then I start petting him and immediately he just chills out, right? That was like the one time that he had ever bucked up the whole like 24 hours that I've had him. So I give him like one more Vienna sausage and I start going like, come here. And so I start walking back up, right, to go like to the sidewalk to go back to my car. And he's just following me. And I just keep like, whenever people would walk by or he'd see another animal, he'd kind of like put his ears up and get like tall and just kind of like look around. Like he was a real timid guy.
Yeah.
So I had to keep giving him reassurance sausages. and eventually he followed me all the way to my car, right?
Oh.
So I don't know what this dog's situation is. He doesn't have a collar, nothing. He looks like an older guy. I open my car door and this motherfucker jumps right in.
Bro, this guy.
Yeah, like immediately, like knew exactly what to do and just goes right in the passenger seat and it's just kind of like laying down like on his arm. So I was like, this fucking guy is someone's dog.
Yeah.
So I go back into the other side and I get in the driver's seat and he's chill. Like I had put down like this windbreaker because I was going to look for him. So I was like, let me get a towel and shit. So I go back to my apartment. It's not that much further from this place. And when I take him out, he doesn't want to get out of the car. So I'm like, fuck, dude, I got to get this guy out. He's shedding everywhere in my car.
Ugh.
But I didn't even care. At that point, you don't even feel like, it feels like a kid almost. Like you don't even want to blame them for anything. I had like Vienna sausage pieces on my center console and stuff. I had to clean it all later. So I tried getting him out of my car. He doesn't want to get out. I'm going like from the driver's side to the passenger side, back and forth. And every time I do, he like jumps to the other side. Like he's letting me pet him and stuff, but he doesn't want to get out. So eventually I entice him out all the way. Like I open both doors and I just entice him all the way out. And then this fucker just starts walking around. Like not listening anymore. So he's like walking down by all the cars and shit, and I'm trying to chase him around with this Vienna sausage. I'm like throwing Vienna sausages in front of him, and he's like kind of paying him no mind. And eventually I get close enough and I give him another Vienna sausage and I just like pick him up. So and he lets me. Like he's very chill. So
He's
I
a
pick
nice
his
guy.
ass up A very nice guy. And I take him in, and I have 3 cats in my apartment. So there was nowhere to put him inside. I had to take him to my little patio.
Yeah.
So I pick him up, I take him to my patio, and my cats see him, and they like freaking out a little bit. They're like extremely concerned, and they run under the bed, and then the orange one comes out and is kind of like following him and like kind of smelling at him, but also like scared.
Yeah.
So I put him outside, and I basically chilled with him for like a few hours. I didn't want to leave him out there by himself.
Oh.
He's a good guy. I gave him a little food. I left him out there. I went to go buy a leash and a collar so I could walk him around so he could piss and stuff. And then I came back, right?
Your patio is like fenced in, like he wouldn't get out.
No, he can't get out unless he can jump high as hell. He can't get out.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Like the cats, in between the bars we tried when we first moved in.
They can get out.
They can get out.
They can get out
because they're like water, dude. So they're very much like Mr. Fantastic. So they can slip right out, but he couldn't slip out, and so I went to go get the leash and the collar and shit. I came back and I started putting it on him, and he like stuck his neck out like he knew exactly what was up, and he started getting excited and like jumping at the leash, and I was like, dude, this is someone's dog. Like more evidence that this is someone's dog. So I take him to go walk, and it's the coolest feeling ever. I've had a dog before, like my old dog Rusty. But he was like my mom's dog more than anything. Like he loved my mom.
Yeah.
And he was still like a little grouchy guy even when he was young. And I was younger when we got him. I was like 9 or something. So by the time I was older, he was older too, and he was a lot more chill. He didn't really want to go on walks. He was like tired and stuff. So this dog was like energetic and was like walking around. And he was so nice and loyal. Like the whole time he was chilling right by me. He would like jump up on my legs and stuff like that.
So he was good on leash? Like he wasn't pulling the leash or anything?
Super good on a leash.
Perfect dog all around.
Perfect dog all around. There was nothing bad about him except the shedding stuff. Like if I would lead him one way, he would just go that way. If I tell him like, come on, we gotta go or something like that, he would go. If we would like encounter another dog, he would just like stay still for a second, but he wouldn't get aggressive or bark or anything. Yeah. He would just like get like that, and then when they get too close, he'd be like this, and then he'd like get low and then just kind of like walk away. So I take him out, right? And I'm coming back inside, and I have him like I'm carrying him and walking through my front door. I have to go through to the patio, and I'm like, you know what? Let me see what happens like if I put him down. Yeah. Like because the cats at this point had come out of the couch and they were kind of like staring at him. My black cat Salem, he was looking at him. And he was just kind of he had like his back real arched up.
What's up with this guy?
Yeah, he was just fucking. Who the fuck is this dude? So
who the fuck is that guy?
Who the fuck is that guy?
Who the fuck is this in my house? So I put him down. I start putting him down slowly, right? And my cat is still like back up, and he starts like kind of walking towards him. And I'm like, okay, this isn't looking too good, but I don't like what could possibly happen. Yeah. So I put him down all the way, and my cat rushes him. Salem rushes the fucking dog, and he throws the fastest force wipes you've ever seen in your life. They're like fucking, they're like superheroes, dude. They're so fast. And the dog immediately like runs behind me and kind of like starts whimpering. And he's like, "Arr, arr." And then so I put my hand in the way of Salem, and I kind of push Salem away from the dog. And he ends up scratching the shit out of me on my pinky.
I would have thrown that motherfucker.
I would have opened the patio and thrown him out.
I would have hit him with a stone cold stunner.
Put him in a master lock, dude.
Yeah.
What you gonna do now? RKO him. So yeah, he scratched it deep as fuck. I still have like a Band-Aid. This which sucks too because this finger is all about control on the keyboard. Oh yeah. Which is gonna be a pain in the ass at work on Monday. So I put him down and the cat immediately attacks him, and I was like fuck. So I tried picking him up. And it all happened in the span of like a second and a half, dude. It's so fast. So he like throws the swipes, gets my finger, and then my orange cat jumps out and jumps behind him and like bites him in the back of the neck. And they kind of roll around for a second.
Wait, he bit the other cat?
Yeah, to stop him.
Wild.
Interesting. Yeah. I didn't know that they would do that.
If you've never been around, like
get your shit together.
Get your shit together.
We don't behave this way. We don't behave this way in this house.
Maybe because
guest.
You feel like a tough guy. You feel like a big guy.
Is it because that cat saw the black one attacking you?
No, because maybe, but also because like shit got too real and he wants to shut everything down to calm
Man, what a guy.
To calm the situation down. When we had my dog, we had like 3 cats, like my old dog. And even though he was old as fuck, like super senior guy, could like cataracts and shit, could barely see. Whenever the cats would start getting buck with each other, he would run in the way and he'd be like, "Arr, arr, arr," like back and forth to both of them, and it would calm them all down. They would all like take it easy, and then they just all walk away. That's how like the cats break up fights, like animals break up. I've seen that in like videos too, like street cat.
That is so fucking funny.
Yeah, so he pounced on his back, he rolled him around for a second, and then I like when they like, it's so weird, dude. It looks like a cartoon. Like you don't even know what's going. It's just blurs. And then they both ran under the couch together. And I could see their fur. Like, I could see clumps of their fur. So they both must have been biting each other. They both must have been biting each other.
They
They must have been biting each other.
That's a mouthful right there.
Oh my God.
So they both run to the couch. I pick his ass up. I'm like, we got to get out of here. It's not safe.
Yeah.
So, it's not safe.
It's not safe for you here.
Yeah, they don't like you around here, dude. So, and you know what's sad? If he would have got his hands on him, he would have done some damage.
Oh,
on
he would have
that
fucked
dog.
that dog up.
He would have, because I don't think the dog would have fought back. But
He would have been looking for you.
the dog's bite
For
is for
real.
sure stronger than the cat's bite. So maybe if he would have got real upset, he might have bit his arm or something. And that's why I didn't want to keep him in the house either, because we have a cage. But I was like, if the cats start fucking bucking up at him through the cage and like sticking their arm in,
Yeah.
like God forbid he bites one of them.
Oh, they could easily fuck him up through the cage.
They
too.
could easily, because he has
They
nowhere
could
to
just,
go.
they could just pick them off and then move, pick them off and then move. And
He just,
Or-
woo, woo, woo.
He
Yeah.
could bite them and grab their arm and like really fuck it up.
It could be
and stuff.
war in that bitch.
Yeah,
It could be straight war.
And you got him in jail and shit.
He can't even fight back.
It's like somebody's in prison. They're getting attacked.
And the crooked guards are just circling his cage.
Yeah.
Just like, what you gonna do, pussy?
In my head, all I see is people with sticks around the cage, just
like
poking in.
Like cattle prodding.
Yeah.
And so I took him outside. And at this point, dude, I've been chilling with him. I had like a whole arc with this dog. Like when I first got him, he was chill with me, but still very timid.
Mm-hmm.
And then by the time I got the leash, he was getting a lot more excited and kind of jumping on my lap, sort of. And then after this, and I was chilling with him at night after the whole little scuffle, I sat outside with him for like maybe 3 hours or something like that. I
Yeah.
was just chilling on my phone. And at this point, he was like getting really comfy and like being a sweet little boy coming up to me. And he was like, now he was starting to finally sleep. I'm sure he was like real tired. So I fed him a
He
shit
had a long
ton.
day.
He had a real long day.
Damn near got in a fight.
So I fed him a bunch and all that stuff. And then my girlfriend came home. We took him for another walk and shit. And so at night, she went somewhere, and I just hung out with him for another bunch of hours. So we built like a real strong bond. Like when my girlfriend would come around, he liked her. But if I was there, he would like try coming to me. Like
Yeah, you're his dude, man. You found him.
I saved him.
This is the guy with the sausages.
Yeah.
This guy had the sausages. I trust this guy.
You know what this guy has in his pockets? And when I went to go take him out to pee, I was like, you know what? Instead of taking him in the house, because God forbid, like the black cat like climbs on top of me to try to get to him.
Yeah.
It's gonna hurt like a bitch. So I was like, you know what? I'm like, jump the fence. I'm gonna our fence goes into like this little middle area where there's like a bunch of grass and chairs and shit. So I gave him to my girlfriend over the fence, and I was like, I'm gonna walk around and just go back around. So like, just hold him right there, so we don't have to take him inside. So I gave him to her over the fence. I start walking around, and when I was coming back, she was like, he was whimpering the whole time, like looking
man.
inside, and like he didn't want to walk away. Like she was trying to pull him, and he didn't want to walk away. And I ended up popping up like behind them because I walked all the way around.
Yeah.
And he turned around, he looked at me, he was like, he looked back at the apartment and looked back at me. And then he went up to me. He was
Damn.
like, how the fuck did you get over there? He went in there, comes out over here.
Damn, he was ready for
So-
this to be his new home.
Yeah, dude, he was a sweet guy. It was a perfect scenario. So, chill with him for a while, and then we went back in, and eventually I was like, okay, I got to take a shower. Like, I was like sweating and shit. I'd been outside like all day long at this point. It had been like fucking 16 hours at this point.
Jesus Christ.
And so I was like, I got to shower. I got to go inside. And the whole time, dude, this dog hadn't barked. He barely whimpered when I would go inside. It wasn't even loud. It was just like a very low whine.
He was just vibing.
He was just vibing.
Yeah.
And so I went inside, went out to chill with him for a little bit longer, then went to sleep. Then the next morning I came out, and then he finally barked because he was excited and like probably was ready to piss and stuff like that. So we took him out for another walk and shit, and then we took him to the shelter. So at the shelter, and I was so sad, dude. I did not want to take his ass there. I wanted to keep him.
I wanted him
bad.
forever.
Me and my girlfriend kept trying to find a way maybe that we could keep him, but dude, there was
It
no
would have been
way.
impossible.
I don't
Yeah.
work from home or anything, so like no one could take him to go pee. I didn't
He
want to
would
leave
be
him
an
on the
outside
patio.
dog on the patio.
Yeah,
Patio dog.
and then we already have like one of our cats doesn't get along with the other two cats, so I was like, "There's nowhere to put this."
It would have
fucking
been
guy.
war
Yeah,
in that fucking
There's
apartment.
too many scenarios in which either the cats would get injured,
Yeah.
or he would get injured, or he would be like outside too much. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah, there's too many bad. Like if I was to come home and there's fucking blood all over the place, or
Yeah.
something, I'd feel terrible.
Oh my god.
So we took him in there, and they're like scanning him for a microchip. They like take this little device and like run it along their back, and he has a microchip. And they look at him and they look at his age and shit, and they said he's like probably like 7, something like that, 6 or 7 or 8.
Okay.
So and we had to surrender his ass, and I felt so bad, dude. It sucked. I hated it, and I was like,
Oh,
this.
man.
I was like, I've been waiting for like a good dog, and
Yeah.
For our scenario, like in an apartment and all that shit, like this is the perfect dog.
And Salem fucked it up.
Yeah, Salem fucked
it all up.
No barking,
man.
no nothing. Like super chill. He's a senior, so he's tired. He doesn't want to.
He's exhausted.
Yeah, he doesn't need a ton of like play and all that stuff. He's
and
just
what's
hanging
crazy
out.
is even when Salem like attacked him, he was still like he didn't really fight back or anything.
Dude, thank God he didn't fight back. Because if
Yeah.
he would have, it might have been a war for a second.
Oh, that would have been nasty.
Yeah. Because then Salem really would have jumped all over me to try to
Yeah.
get to him. Like
So-
it would have been real.
So let me ask you a question. If they call you a week from now and say nobody has come to grab him,
Yeah.
would you go get him?
No, I can't, dude. I can't. There's no situation where I can make it work. I just can't. Like
In my head, I'm saying, you know what you need to do.
You're same here. I'm like, you know what you need to do, bro? Grab Salem and
yuck that motherfucker.
like a football.
because the thing is, the orange cat.
Tell that motherfucker go swimming.
I think the orange cat would have got along with him. Tell the motherfucker goes to take a hike.
Take a hike, buddy.
I think the orange cat would have got along with him.
Yeah.
Ollie, the outside cat that we had from our old apartment, she's like the little street bitch, but she's very timid. I don't think she would have got Buck.
They would have never crossed paths.
Yeah, they would have probably tried to stay away from each other. They were both very timid. I don't know what the situation would have been with the orange cat. 'Cause
Yeah.
I've seen him walk up to Ollie before, and like he looks like he's all good, and then he just gives her a slap in the face.
Do you think he was crate trained?
Maybe.
But
Maybe.
like when you put him inside the cage to, oh no, you didn't put him inside the cage.
just put him in the
never,
patio.
Never mind. Yeah, you didn't put him in the.
He very
It's
well
a
might have
cage
been
to
crate
him.
trained.
Was
though.
he trained in general? Like, could you tell him to sit, or you didn't try it really?
I didn't try to make him sit, but he knew what a leash was. He knew. I would say like go for a walk, and he would do like a spin. So like
Aw.
he knew something. Like he had a life before this, and not that shitty of a life because he knew what a leash was.
Yeah.
he knew what the car was.
He had a chip.
Yeah, he had a chip. He was neutered. So like he didn't look like he was in bad shape or he wasn't injured or anything like that.
Yeah.
So he just had long nails. So I don't know how long he was out in the woods. But so when we gave him up, I was like, dude, this fucking sucks. This is the perfect dog. A perfect dog got dropped on our laps. And every time I see dogs, because by my job there's a bunch of big fields, and every time I see dogs, I'm like, man, I would love to fucking take this dog, but I just can't. Like,
Yeah.
it's too big or something like that. That's why I try to catch that one Walmart sausage dog. Because he was small, so I was like, I can make this work. If it's one small dog, I can make it work. But
Yeah.
if it's not that, like, I don't know where the fuck I'm going to put this guy. He can't be barking. Like, I live in an apartment.
Hell no.
And it echoes in that middle
It
part.
don't stop anybody else.
Yeah, and
That
someone's
is
going to
true.
complain.
Some people don't give
They don't
a
give a
fuck.
fuck at all.
Oh, they don't. And they'll leave him out there and let him bark. And
Jesus
then, like,
Christ.
I don't have a dog on my fucking leash, so they're going to come and be like, yo, y'all got a dog? Well, here's this $200 fine. What the fuck are you
Here's
doing?
$2 fine, and we're gonna backdate every single month that you've had the dog,
Yeah.
and charge you for that with your rent.
That pet rent bullshit.
Pet
Oh,
rent.
that shit is stupid
I
as
paid
hell.
$25 for one of my cats for pet rent because I told him I only have one. We got 3 of them bitches.
And you got to do like a deposit and stuff.
Yeah, you got to
Man,
do. I had
fuck
to do
y'all.
it was like $250 for the deposit and then
Those
like 25.
bastards, man.
I know.
I hate apartments, bro.
Fucking bullshit, dude.
That shit
Yeah,
is
and if
dumb.
they find out you have another cat, they'll try to catch your ass
It's like
for it.
you're harboring fugitives. That's what they make it feel like, bro.
Thankfully, my cats run under the couch when people come in, so they have no
They
idea
never
how many
know.
there are.
They never know.
But there are a lot of food bowls out here. How many cats could there be?
But think about it like this: like no one ever really comes to do like an inspection. If it is, it's like a maintenance person. Those people don't give a fuck.
They don't give a fuck.
They're just doing. They're looking at 100 apartments a day. They
Shit,
don't
bro,
really,
you'd be surprised. Sometimes they will go snitch.
They might snitch.
Yeah, they'll go tell on you.
Well,
I would
maybe
imagine-
if there's some bitches or if, like a cat attacks them, they're like, "What
Yeah.
the fuck?"
Oh, you're going on the fucking leash,
Yeah.
buddy.
I feel like unless the animal attacks them or does something crazy, they won't say shit. They don't care.
Yeah.
They're just trying to get in and out. Especially a cat. A cat is hard to
Yeah,
find.
they're hitting so many houses too. Like they're just going. I mean, houses. They're hitting so many apartments in a day. You know what I mean?
What do you
It's
do?
not like they're robbing them.
I know. They're just coming in and jacking your shit.
Coming to this neighborhood, right? Hit all the boxes. The house is on this block.
What do you do if they come in and they're like, "Oh, this motherfucker got 3 cats"? It's up, buddy.
It's So, yeah, I left them, and so hopefully they're gonna try to find the person with the microchip.
Yeah.
And if they don't take them, then they're just gonna put them up for adoption. I was like, how long does it usually take, like, to get one of them adopted? And he was like, usually like before 2 weeks, I would say he's gonna get adopted.
Oh, that's good.
Because not only is this a perfect dog to me, this is just a perfect dog in general to anyone. that
Great
needs a low
old
maintenance
people dog. Fire old people dog.
The senior dogs get adopted a lot. 'Cause
Man.
people like the real young ones and the seniors.
And it's gonna outlive his fucking owner.
Yeah. Wait, what?
He's gonna outlive the owner.
When they
If
adopt
it goes to an old person.
Yeah. I want this little old guy.
I want this old guy to watch me wither.
But I don't know, man. It's weird. hold my hand while they're in the hospital.
Hold my hand.
One day this dog will take care of me. That Family Guy bit.
Like the fucking fish.
Yeah, he's like the exotic fish. He's like, I need this fish food. I need this exotic fish food for his fish. He's like, don't worry, guys. I'll get you fed. One day you guys will take care of me. And then it fast forwards.
And then the fish is all grown up.
And he's like, Peter's on the hospital bed, and the fish are like, they throw money at the doctor. They're like, I don't care how much it takes. Make this man better. And then Peter's like, thank you, fish. It's like two grown exotic fish.
That's a great one.
That was word for word exactly how that went too.
That's a great. I love that bit.
That bit is amazing.
But yeah, I'm like, okay, either he was dumped, and he was microchipped, and you never know people's situations. You know,
Shit.
Maybe like these people, they went.
It died. The battery died.
Are we still
We're still
on?
recording. We're going.
Okay,
We're
okay.
good. We're good.
Because I was like, okay, like you never know. Someone could have like just went like they lost their job and they like getting kicked out of their apartment, or
That's true.
Or like maybe they moved away. Maybe like that was my sibling's dog and they died. I have no
I don't
idea.
know. I don't think if someone doesn't neuter a dog as well as like take them on car rides and train them how to walk on a leash if they don't care about it.
I agree.
You know what I mean? Or if it was like a breed dog,
Yeah.
that
He
dog.
wasn't.
You know what I mean? That dog wouldn't be like as pampered as the dog that you found. So that shows that he was somebody's dog.
Yeah.
He just, like you said, he didn't have a collar, right? So that
But he
means
did have the chip.
sometimes, like my dog, he doesn't have his collar on. He could get out, so he might look like a random dog to some. You know what I mean? So
True.
you never know.
Yeah, true.
So that
true.
could have very well happened. Is like that dog could have just got out from underneath. Because some dogs are diggers. They like to go underneath the ground in the like near the grass fence area, and they just like to dig underneath and get out.
Yeah, and he was a tiny little guy, so he could have definitely done it. And maybe he just got lost and walked too far away. Because there are houses behind the park. Like if you go all the way to the very back part of like the trail, there's like a little entrance into a neighborhood, and it's like a pretty big neighborhood. So maybe just walk from there. I don't know. Or he just got out.
You know what's funny is I always thought the fucking the chip, right?
Yeah.
Like when we got my dog chipped, I always thought the chip was like some fucking born identity shit. Like I could pull up on my phone and I could be like, all right, where's my boy at?
That's what I thought too.
Nah, it's not like that, bro.
Track him. He's on his way down.
Right, like you have an app and you can see like his heart rate and shit. And
He's heading
like, all that.
southwest right now.
Yeah. Nah, it ain't like that, man. It's like you got to take it. It's like a static thing. You got to take it, and then they have to. Only the vet can scan it, or the people with the technology to scan it can scan it.
Yeah.
And then it tells them the information. Then they have to call the person.
Yeah, and then it needs to be registered. So
Yes.
whenever they did it in front of me, they called the laboratory that did it, and then they had to try to get the information
It's too many
and give it
fucking
back to them.
steps, man.
Yeah, and then if they don't have it registered, then they don't know what to do. And if they do have it registered, then they just have to reach out to the person and be like, hey, we found your dog. You want it or not? And sometimes, like I've read on these rescue pages, sometimes people will come with an excuse and be like, oh, no, like, we're moving away, or like, that wasn't my dog. Someone else lived here and they had that dog. Who knows?
Very well.
Oh, because it goes to the address.
They could lie. They could just be like, that was
could
my,
lie.
I don't know. That was my, who knows? They figure out some sort of story.
Jesus
But I'm
Christ.
hoping, I'm pretty hopeful that somebody is looking for this dog, hopefully. Because and the thing that made me feel like he was dumped at first, before I knew all this other stuff, is that he was like chilling in the grass right by the cars. Like where the cars are
So
driving by.
they dumped him.
Yeah, so I was like, why would a dog be chilling there naturally? Like naturally a dog would want to hide away from that kind of noise.
It's
But
sad
he
that
was like right there.
It's sad that he stayed there that long.
I know. And when I found him, he wasn't even that much further from where he was when I had first seen him.
Yeah.
He didn't walk that far away. So
But he didn't look
buddy.
like super dirty or anything. Like he looked like he had just been freshly dumped.
he looked like maybe he had been out in the wild for like a couple days, 3
Yeah.
days, 4 days. Not that long.
Interesting.
But who knows? Maybe he got. I'm really hoping that he just dug his way out, because I do know a lot of little dogs do that.
Oh.
That's very common for
Yeah,
them
they
to
be
do
getting
that.
out, man.
Yeah. So who knows? Hopefully, Sausage, you find a good home. Tomorrow, I'm gonna go take some blankets. I felt so bad that I didn't like leave him with a blanket or something. I saw him too. I saw him like they take him in from the little vet area, the admissions area.
Yeah.
And they go put him in his little fucking jail cell in the back.
Oh.
And I saw him, and I was like, and I saw them put the little sticker that had the sausage, whatever they had written on it, on the fucking thing, and I was
Damn.
like, oh,
This is a bad
that's-
feeling. And they're looking at you.
I know. Well, at that point, I couldn't see inside the cage, but I saw them like put him in, and I was like, oh my god, I can't.
Man,
do
that's
this thing.
sad.
That's a bad feeling, man. That's what happened when we gave away
Sucked.
that Rottweiler that we had taken in for like a day, and then like when we gave her to that dude, like she was just looking at us the whole time, like.
Yeah.
And I was like, fuck, man, this dog wants to stay.
They're looking at you with such like eyes all
They're like,
fucking.
You were for real gonna give me away?
And he had giant, big old
You gonna let them
marble
take
eyes.
me like
To
this?
take me.
Not again. What the- Getting locked up. POP, hold it down. The whole time I was leaving, I just felt like I've abandoned my boy.
Yeah.
I've abandoned my child.
My child.
Say it. Yeah, that's how I felt. But it's okay. Like as sad as I am right now, and as sad as he may be right now,
He'll be in a good place.
he'll give it like 2 or 3 weeks, and he'll be in a nice, beautiful house. And this is the kind of dog, like, although he was attached to me right now, with a new person, like, I can see this dog just living a very comfortable life.
Like, he's friendly enough to where he'll get adjusted to
Yeah.
the situation with the people he's in when he gets adopted.
I think so. Hopefully, yeah. Because you never know. Like, let's say this dog was belonged to one person, and then I just found him right now after like several years. That's like but maybe he was jumping around to different. I have no idea. I have no idea what this dog's story is.
You don't know what I'm gonna say. You don't know what the story could have been.
Yeah. Hopefully, he's still able to just bond with somebody else and not feel like untrustful.
Isn't that crazy? Though? I think it speaks to the.
Every human I meet just gives me away.
Another one.
It speaks to how great dogs are, man. You can meet this dog in less than 24 hours and form like a connection with them. You know what I mean? Like, to where you're like, damn, like that's my boy. And really, he wasn't your dog, right? But you got to know him within that 24-hour span, and you're like, man, I really like. It's almost like knowing a person, right?
Yeah.
But it's like they're this nice entity that is around you.
Yeah. No, dude. I feel like I found like a child, like a needy child who like. I had to take him in, and like now they're so loyal to me, and like they're looking up to me. This guy was like whining every time I'd go inside. Wow. Every time it was me and my girlfriend, he'd go to me and like all that shit. And she knew it too. She was like, "Oh yeah, he loves you." And like he'd follow me around. He would, if we'd take him walking, I'd give him to her. Like he would start trying to go after me. So I was like, "This is a loyal dude." I had like a nice 24-hour arc with this guy, because I found him like probably at 1 p.m. and we just dropped him off at the shelter like at 10:30. So it was almost like a 24-hour arc with this dude. And yeah, you do bond so well. They're so loyal and nice.
Yeah, man. They're down for you.
They're so down.
They're
Bag
down
chasers,
for
they
you.
go where the food is.
They're
Bro.
They
such sweet
do,
guys.
bro. Day one, my dog, he was down. He ain't cry for his previous owners or nothing. For real, he ain't let out no whimpers. He was happy as hell.
Yeah, this dog was not he would only whimper when I'd go in, but he was just a chill, perfect dog, dude. So, but whatever. Someone will find him.
Somebody find him. It
I
won't
was
take
hoping
long.
one of y'all would take him, but not you.
Nah.
I didn't know what decision was rock. I was hoping you would take him. But
Hell no.
But nah.
Hell no.
Y'all in an
She just
apartment.
said, hell no.
Hell no. Hell no.
You guys seen that fucking video? The
Yeah.
plug hitting the hell no button? You ever seen that?
Oh, yeah.
That shit's fucking hilarious.
Yeah. How do you guys think about those videos? You think they actually know what the buttons mean?
Nah, they
They
don't know.
don't, right?
I don't know,
Nah.
but if that dog is hilarious.
That's
bro.
just funny. The way the dog looks.
Yeah.
It's a pug, right?
Yeah,
It's a little pug.
He's just
yeah.
so like fat, and the guy has him like in sweaters and shit, and the dog just be hell nah, hell nah.
Did you take a treat or not? Hell no. Hell no.
That's just so
Hell
fucking
no.
funny.
Yeah, because they're always pressing the buttons, but I got a feeling they just know like 2 buttons.
Bro, that shit
And they
makes
get him to press
that shit
those.
makes me want to like make an Instagram account for my dog, because that guy is probably making bank.
Yeah.
Literally, all he does is sit down on the floor of his room
He
and
just streams all day.
yeah, he just streams and he just puts the camera in front of them and he just puts the fucking buttons there, and the dog it just fucking presses the buttons and that's it.
That's where it's at, dude. We know a girl from high school. She has a couple pit bulls and this other dog, and she's like putting up like dog content now,
That's a lot of work.
like what to feed them, and like she's coming up with these like dried liver treats and stuff like that. And people love that type of stuff, and that's how you get sponsors and shit
It
like
can
that.
be very legit, man.
Yeah.
You have to, it's one of those things where you have to keep up with it. You have to keep making it and making it and making
Yes.
it.
For sure, yeah. You got to keep making them. You got to be consistent.
Speaking of social media posts and social media, what do you guys think about TikTok being potentially banned?
Oh boy.
You said be gone with it? What do
Not
you
be
think?
gone with it. I don't really care for it anymore. It does have a big influence on the children nowadays.
It does.
Absolutely.
But I
it
think
also-
the reasons they're getting rid of it is kind of whack.
Oh, yeah, I agree. The
Yeah.
reasons they're getting rid of it is whack.
Yeah. There's
But-
2 big reasons I've seen. How do y'all feel about the Palestine thing? Do y'all think that they are getting rid of it for that? Because on one avenue, there's people are saying that's because of China.
Yeah.
right? But they've been saying that for a long time. They never did anything. But now people are saying that it's because of like the anti-Israeli rhetoric, like that they think that too much information is getting, because on like with Meta and stuff like that, they can suppress like,
Yeah.
Palestinian content and stuff like that.
But
that
TikTok
makes,
isn't like that.
Yeah, that makes Israel look bad. So like all these like Gaza people
I don't know,
dying and shit.
I think it's a combination of both. Probably more so the Chinese stuff.
Yeah.
I think something like the whole Gaza and Palestine thing is probably like a lower factor among the totem pole. I think the top thing is like we want to make sure that users' data isn't going to China and that
Yeah.
China isn't taking their data and doing nefarious things.
But they've been saying that. I feel the only reason I'm not saying like oh the whole world cares about Palestinians. There's a lot of people.
But it
that
could have
don't
picked
care
up
about
steam
this.
because of that.
But
yeah,
and
it could have
also
picked up steam again. Yeah.
it's just one scenario where like people are going up and like protesting about a foreign country and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But that's like there's so many other scenarios where people could be like, you know what, let's go start protesting about Congo and all this stuff. So it just kind of disrupts the peace that they're trying to maintain in the
Yeah.
country. You
Of
know
course,
what I mean?
and especially because it caters to such a young audience.
Yeah.
TikTok has a large hold over them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because
You know what I mean?
essentially it's a platform that a ton of people use that America has no control over. So anyone can post whatever they want, even if it's like I hate America shit. You know, like hashtag I hate America goes
Yeah,
big.
it's true they could.
But
Yeah.
on if it was like on Facebook or something like that, they would shut it down.
Yeah.
So that's like I feel like is also kind of a worry of theirs that it's too people have too much freedom on there and they can't suppress anything. Not just about Palestine, but just about about anything.
I just think it's a slippery slope once you start banning websites and shit, especially
Mm-hmm.
websites that are not like TikTok. I mean, don't get me wrong. I've seen some sketchy videos on there, but it doesn't have like outright porn. It doesn't have people getting, for the most part, it doesn't have videos of people getting like killed and stuff
Shed
like that.
a tear this week over that. Jesus
Oh,
Christ.
I was about to bring that up too. It doesn't have like crazy shit, like so it's. I don't really see the reason for it. I mean, I guess Chinese data and stuff like that, but we're feeding all of our data into all this other shit. People are on Temu, people are on all these other apps,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It
giving
doesn't
their information away to China. So it's like, are you gonna ban Temu? Are you gonna ban Wish? Are you gonna ban Alibaba?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, are you gonna ban all these Chinese products?
Yeah.
All right, if you do that, then ban Chinese labor too, right? Like
Yeah.
that means everything we have inside of this room that's made in China can't come from China anymore. So it's like, what do you do? Like, how far do you go going after China?
I think it's more of an influence thing. Now that you bring it, you say it like that, because like Temu had fucking 8 commercials during the Super Bowl,
Yeah.
and no one gave a fuck.
Yeah.
So I think it's more like, they just don't like TikTok's influence, and that it's coming from another country that they don't really fuck with already.
Yeah.
So they're just like, cut the shit out.
It's a platform that all these people in their country use, but they can't control it at all. So
Yeah.
you can say whatever the fuck you want on there, and America's not going to shut shit down.
And it was surprisingly one of the only things that like both sides
Agreed on.
overwhelmingly agreed on. I'm like, bro,
Yeah.
can you guys do
Strange,
that for
right?
like other shit? Can
Yeah.
you do that for like fixing housing or immigration? Like, do it
No.
for other shit, please. Like, not for like this is so trivial. Like,
It's
do it for
for fucking-
something actually
For
important that's going to
fucking
affect my
silly
life.
shit like this.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
they kept talking about the Chinese stuff and blah, 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 and then, like, nothing happened. Then out of nowhere, they're like, okay, push the bill through. And it went through, like, fast as fuck.
Yeah.
They pushed that shit through fast as fuck. So, who knows? It's a little odd. And it's a little fucked up, too, because a lot of people, well, first and foremost, I know that it's a lot of horseshit people making, like, social media, like, I want to be a social media influencer
Yeah.
as their job, which is a cancer to this country. But on the other hand,
As we say that, speaking into a mic with clips that we're going to upload online.
but we have real jobs, and we like, this isn't like a
This isn't
hobby
how we make
almost.
our money and shit. Yeah.
If this shit takes off, then that's amazing. But we're not like here putting in 5 hours a day doing this. Like, well, I'm just
That is
having
a
fun.
cancer to this country.
But on the flip side, people like build up their businesses through this shit, and like
Yeah.
True.
they're able to run like very profitable businesses. They're able to do, I'm sure, all kinds of things.
What was the bitch's
Organizations
name
and
who would be popping the popcorn and making the noises?
Oh,
Pinky Doll?
Pinky Doll.
Pinky Doll.
What happened to her?
Where's Pinky Doll going to go?
She said, I'm going to Hollywood.
Where's she gonna go when TikTok gets banned? Or Instagram?
Is she
You know
still
what I
on
mean?
there? She must be, right?
I
She
think
probably
so.
is. She's probably still doing shit on there too. She might as well. Shit, she got all that attention for no reason.
I don't even think she lives in this country.
I think she's like
doesn't
French
live
or,
in-
French or something.
Yeah,
like
she's
that.
French.
So she's good. They didn't ban it over there.
She got an OnlyFans. She been doing this shit.
Speaking
Yeah.
of, speaking
Go
of,
to bed right now because
Speaking of dirty content and OnlyFans and porn and shit, did you guys hear that Texas passed something and put it into law that basically any porn website that wants to run traffic to Texas,
Yeah.
they need to have like some kind of ID identification system
Man.
to where people need to like upload their ID to the porn website.
Fucking
Yeah,
verify
Which is a
their
horrible
age.
idea because
Yeah.
the porn websites themselves are saying, listen, we don't have the technology or infrastructure to build that out to take people's IDs. And also it's just a bad idea of having a database with people's IDs,
Yeah.
right? That you can see what kind of porn they've been watching and all kinds of shit, right?
a good
Or you
point.
would
I
need
didn't
some
think
kind
of
of third-party company. Even then, how do you trust a third-party company to take the data and not do anything nefarious with it?
Yeah.
So what porn companies are doing instead, like Pornhub, they're just like, listen, we're just not going to operate in Texas at all. Like, we'll just pull all of traffic from Texas and just say we're not going to have our website there.
Yeah.
And that way Texas can go find their porn needs elsewhere. So it's
Broke
like,
my heart.
it's crazy because they're trying to control the type of content we view, which is fucking nuts to me. And I get some people are going to say, listen, like, it's a good thing because it's preventing young kids from going and watching porn. That is good. I agree with, right? But
I disagree.
yeah, but also just
As a young man that watched porn, I disagree.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't need fucking little kids watching porn. I think we can agree on that.
I think the problem is little kids shouldn't even have a phone to do it with in the first place.
Damn.
You know what I mean?
Damn.
Like,
well, nowadays kids need phones though.
But like, you give them a regular phone. They don't need like an iPhone 14 that can load up a whole porn video in like 2 seconds.
But think about what a regular phone is now. A regular phone is a
an
smartphone.
iPhone, yeah.
It's not. There's no more dumb phones.
We need to go back to a
There's
halfway
no more-
kid phone. Do you remember the kid phones where they'd have a button for mom, a button for home,
Yeah.
and a button for fucking Tetris? That's what we need. We need like a halfway advanced phone because seriously,
Like a light phone.
Can you honestly think of a reason an 11-year-old or a 10-year-old or a 9-year-old would need a fucking iPhone 12, iPhone 14?
I will say for social reasons, they kind of it wouldn't. Hurt.
They got to keep up. They're going to be ostracized if they don't have a
Yeah.
phone.
But maybe you could get them a computer, get them a laptop, whatever.
They
and
need
that
a
way you
computer
can
for
monitor
sure.
it.
They need a
Yeah.
computer for sure for
For
schooling.
For schooling.
You could set up parenting blocks on that. Because with a phone, they can go anywhere they want. They can go to
can
school
limit
with
it.
it.
Now, if your kid is smart, then that's where
Most
you're
kids,
fucked up.
kids nowadays, because they grow up with technology, they know immediately how to get out of parenting blocks. And all
Yeah.
that shit. They're not. You got to be ahead of your kids
You
on
gotta-
that
but
shit.
so you got to be smarter than them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I was listening to Kevin James on Rogan. I think it was Kevin James, and he was talking about
I'm gonna grab something real quick.
Go for it.
He was talking about how his daughter is getting smart to that shit. So they had like a passcode to like limit her from doing certain things. She turned on the screen recorded the mom putting in the passcode. Later on, when she got the phone back, she knew the passcode after that and didn't tell them, and she was just using it willy nilly.
That's so fucking kids, man. They're
Sneaky.
clever as shit. The sneaky too.
Yeah, it was like an 8-year-old or something like that. It was a little kid.
But going back to the whole porn ban, man, it really upsets me that they want to like control the type of content that we can view, and like I just think the whole idea of like tying an identification thing to like being able to view porn is crazy. Because then, what if you're watching all these different types of porn that gets associated with your ID? What the fuck? Hell no. No,
Yeah.
I don't want that happening. No one wants that happening. No one wants their fetish or
Look,
kink,
I don't know.
whatever
I
out
don't want
there.
y'all to know what I've been watching,
you
so
been
I'll
watching?
keep my name.
Gio been on the goblin porn.
Yeah. You watching
Goblin?
toenail porn.
Mind Goblin.
You watching earlobe porn.
Yeah.
Yeah, Amy, that's a really good point I hadn't thought about. Like, not only would they get all your IDs, which is already like a security risk, and they don't even have the infrastructure now. What makes you think when they do get the infrastructure, it'll be secure at all?
Yeah.
But also the fact that they can see your porn. That is like one of the most vulnerable things you can know about.
Right
a
next to
person.
your fucking name and your driver's license number.
Yeah, bro.
You're smiling and shit.
That is so like that's a huge security risk. That's like peering into someone's deep soul.
Yeah, that's scary
absolutely.
as
You
fuck.
see everything about them, and that shit could get exposed. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or somebody could use that to blackmail somebody. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, there's so many avenues to which that could go wrong that it makes me think that this bill is just so fucking stupid. And like the reason it was passed is because they want to just take us back into the fucking archaic times here in Texas. It's
I'm
fucking
so-
dumb. man.
yes.
Hey man, if you
Texas
know if
sucks
you know what
ass.
you're doing, you can find your ways around it. I done
Oh,
found
of
my
course.
favorite
Don't get me
videos.
wrong. I'm savvy enough to figure shit out.
I found my bookmark videos in 5 minutes.
I'll be honest with you. I haven't used Pornhub in years. I use X videos.
I use it sometimes.
And
It depends.
It's a hub. It's the main
the
one.
hub.
That's
It's the
why
hub.
it's the hub. It's the
All
main
the
one.
porn goes through there.
It's
no,
the
it's
easiest
special.
one.
It's the OG. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the easiest one to reach. It has the cleanest layout. There's like you don't get as many ads. You do get ads, but it's not as bad
Not
as
as
the other
bad,
ones.
yeah.
The other ones, bro, they'll be fucking opening 10 different fucking tabs in your shit. Fucking pictures of like a blown up clitoris, like an animated clitoris and shit. Like weird fucking ads.
Picture of My Little Pony, spread eagle.
Usually it's like the games. Usually it's like, do you want to play this hot game? And it'll be like a fucking animated chick like fucking another chick or something
Yeah.
like something.
I
like
do
that.
wonder who is playing that shit.
Right, you
know.
serious?
Like they have enough money to fucking have ads to
And you
make
know-
ads and spread it around. Who is paying to play these games?
That's a good point.
It's funny because they're always dressed in medieval shit.
They always
They're
are.
always like either like wizards, like little like skimpy looking mages, or they're like in like warrior little skimpy outfits.
Or they have like pink hair or some shit like that.
Yeah, they're always super duper over the top anime.
That's a
girls.
good point Gio brings up though, bro. Somebody must be playing
Bro.
it if the companies have enough money to run ads.
Somebody.
I mean, this shit is $1 billion industry
You know?
for a reason. They make hella money. So,
Erotic
Porn dogs
games?
out there, dude.
huh?
Erotic games?
No, I'm saying the porn industry is $1 billion industry. Erotic games being $1 billion.
That's $1 billion. Really?
Now that's what porn sites need to make. They need to
Erotic-
make games.
They do. That's
Like, you
what,
remember
got
Game
games.
Fudge? Like Game Fudge? You guys
No.
remember that?
isn't that like one of those the Flash games?
Yeah, like Newgrounds. Like
Oh,
those,
they
those
need to
early
make a porn
games,
version of that.
They need to make a where you can go on there and like people can upload their porn games and they just let you play them.
That is hilarious.
You can download the porn game and you can play it.
That is sick.
That would be
Just-
great.
Playing a porn game just seems I don't know. It just seems weird to me. Like I don't know.
How long are you staying hard?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it has to be very engaging beyond just the porn part of it to keep playing. You know what I mean?
My favorite shit is when they're like, you cannot last more than 5 minutes playing this game.
That's what it
I'm
always
like,
says.
bitch, okay, you won. You
You
got
always
me.
say that. I bet you can't last 3 seconds. All right, done. Whatever.
All right, cool. Yeah.
And it's
Beat
like,
your bitch time.
if you think about it, that's the opposite of what you want with a game. With a game, you want people spending more time on it, and to which they would spend more money on average, right?
Yeah.
These games are like, you'll only last 3 seconds. Okay, if you win, I'm never coming back.
Yeah.
I'm done. I got what I needed.
Imagine the guy at work like, fuck, the game got me again. Tonight, I come back.
I'm gonna last longer than 3 seconds. I swear.
I'm making it to 5. I swear to God, I'm making it to 5. Yeah, that is kind of funny. You do, but someone must be playing them, and someone must be paying for it too.
Somebody is paying
That's
for
insane. Remember, like years ago, there was that scandal with you guys remember Ashley Madison?
it. No.
Ashley Madison.
It was like an adult chat shit, right? And it was run by...
That was a horrible idea.
It was connected to Pornhub.
Okay.
Like, I don't know if it was run by Pornhub or they just advertised heavily on Pornhub, but it was connected to Pornhub through some way. And they used to have... imagine like Tinder, but just for people who are like down to fuck. Like, they're just like putting their dick size in the fucking...
They're down bad.
Putting their dick size and their bank account in the like description. Like, they're down.
Shit.
Like, people like that. And there's a bunch of scandals of like a bunch of people like coming out, like politicians and celebrities that were on Ashley Madison. The shit got leaked.
Really?
Oh.
Yeah, this was many years ago.
Wow.
So what, they went to Raya now? They
Yeah,
got Raya?
no. But my point is like the company itself got in a lot of trouble for having all that information and not properly storing it and shit like that.
Yeah.
Oh, someone hacked them and got all the shit.
Yeah, I think so. They got hacked and then like the shit got
Oh.
leaked.
Oh.
That's hilarious.
So some people got caught cheating or
Some
something.
people got caught. Bro, marriages got ruined. Families got ruined.
Okay, so what do they do when they get that information? Do they just pick a select few and just like start blackmailing them for money or what?
I assume the hackers they probably look at all right, who makes the most bank.
Yeah.
Who's the most vulnerable, right? Because you don't want to pick somebody who makes bank and is powerful, who could
Yeah.
like fuck you over if you try
or
to blackmail.
single and doesn't give a fuck about what you're showing. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you need somebody whose life you could ruin or whatever, and then get the leverage on them and tell them, look, I have this video of you fucking... Or not this video. Like, I have all this information of you, like, sexting this chick and all this shit. I know you're married. Send me $100,000 or some shit like that.
I wonder who Ashley Madison is. Sounds like
Man,
a furniture store.
man, what a good scammer. I wish I was that guy.
That is a good platform, though. They do need that. Like that. Like what's that one for the gay folks?
Oh,
Grindr?
Grinder. That's like where they're like, you got a gay guy 10 feet away from you and he will suck your dick.
He will do it
Yeah,
tonight.
he will spread that ass. So like, but straight people don't have that. But that's because I guess it could get
Well,
pretty
they have
dangerous.
Tinder.
They had Tinder,
But-
but now everybody on Tinder, to my knowledge, I don't use it, but to my knowledge, people go on there and they're like, not looking for hookups, not looking for hookups.
Bruh, you can find you a nice
what's it-
weekend
you
thing
But
on
tell
they're
us,
not,
Tinder.
I don't know.
they're not explicitly saying I want to fuck like right now.
Bro, on Tinder, I feel like the last time I was on there, which is last year, I'm in a great relationship now. Shout out to Lauren. Hi. This is all the past. Like on Tinder, bro, you could easily get a nice little weekend thing.
Yeah.
Easy. But they don't say, oh, I'm going to just fuck you tonight. They're just like, oh, take me to dinner a little bit.
So you're saying you gotta have a little bit of game.
A little
Is
bit.
that what you're saying? You gotta bring out the...
Some of them will just, yo, where are you?
I wasn't using that shit right then, or I'm ugly as fuck. 'Cause that shit did not work for me.
Where are you?
Where are you?
I got matches, but they were still trying to play the dating game. They weren't trying to bang.
Well, it depends on how long you can
How
play
many
the dating
how many
game.
where are yous did you get?
Oh, I got a couple on Tinder. But this was years ago.
Yeah.
This was a year.
like in its heyday.
Yeah, like I was still like in college type shit.
Okay.
Yeah.
I might have used it at the tail end. I had a few people that would get a little lewd with, but nothing like, hey, let's fuck right now. It would always be leading to like a hangout session, like at a place.
Oh no.
Yeah, not like sex. Like,
Anytime they were asking to hang out in my car, I was like, all right, yeah, come on.
hang
Bring
out
that
in
thing
my-
over.
Yeah, I met up with one girl from it. One girl from Tinder. I think I told you a long time ago. And I drove like pretty far away to go like see her and say what's up and shit. And we were going to like this park to walk around and just chit chat.
Oh,
we were
that's
gonna go
nice.
eat. I got there, and I mean no disrespect. And I don't mean no disrespect. This bitch was a little chunky.
Damn, she ain't look like the photos, huh?
She did not look like the photos. She
Yo.
did not look at all like the photos.
I had one girl, we matched that night. She sent me nudes. The next day she came over to my house and we fucked.
Wow. She could have killed you, Gio.
She could have killed me.
Yeah.
But she was very aggressive.
you know
She,
what she
was like, I want to fuck you in my dad's car. And I said, whoa, ma'am.
Oh my God.
Relax.
This is a broken woman.
Damn, she killed you with the pussy, G.
Hell no. That was the last time I saw her. That bitch was crazy.
That is some crazy shit.
That shit was
You
nasty.
see that only in the movies. I want to fuck on my parents bad. It's like,
She was a white girl. She was a crazy ass
freaky
white
bitch.
girl.
Why would you want to fuck in your parents bad?
She must have had some issues. She wants to fuck in the dad's car.
She kept saying dad. And I was
To you?
No, not to me. She wasn't calling me dad. But she within one day, you're
my
my
God.
father now.
I've always wanted to do this, Dad. What would you do if she said that?
I would have been grossed out, bro.
Get
off of me.
weird.
No, finish first. Then get it off of me and get away from me.
In a few minutes, I'm really gonna make you stop.
She was like, what is she? She said, I want to fuck you, and I want to know that every time I get in this car, I fucked you right there. And I was like, damn, bitch, you would have had me if you just kept saying things like that.
That's some freaky shit.
That's some
Man.
freaky shit.
That shit's
How often
hilarious.
is she getting in that car?
How often did she get it
Your
in
dad's
that
probably
car?
driving around somewhere or
That's
something. Drops her
weird.
off somewhere. or
Gross,
whatever.
bro.
Oh yeah, that's weird.
But people have now moved from Tinder is you can just fuck on Tinder if you want to. People have gone to like Hinge or like
Hinge is when you're looking to actually date and get to know
yeah.
people.
Well, yeah. It depends how you play the game. You can
Have
also
you used Hinge?
yeah, I used it.
How were your experiences on Hinge?
It's pretty good. That's how I met my girlfriend now.
For real?
When y'all start?
Which is crazy because we met 3 years ago, but I don't remember meeting her.
Oh, she remembers meeting you?
She had my phone number in her phone.
Wow, Joe, you celebrity.
Woo, baby, come on, man.
He said,
It's him, Timothy.
I ain't never heard of you before. Would you want an autograph?
You seem to be a fan.
Wow, so that's funny. So you had met a long time ago, but you don't remember.
Yeah, I don't remember meeting. We don't remember meeting each other.
And then what? She saw you on Hinge. Y'all swiped on each other. And
Yeah,
then she was
then we
like,
just
"Hey,
started
what's
talking.
up again?"
And then we met that night, and then the rest is history.
Has she met any of your people? Like, I know we haven't met her. Has she met like David? And
Oh
any
yeah, she
other-
met David,
other
and
people?
she got the first-hand experience.
Of what? Of how David is?
Woo, shit, at the beach. Oh
David
my
is
god,
Hammered.
shirt off, freestyling. It was bad. No, it wasn't bad. It was pretty funny.
I fucking love David, dude. I've seen David
Freestyling? That's crazy. That looks
hilarious,
crazy.
bro.
I don't think I've ever known a
Freestyling.
person who doesn't give a fuck as much as David sometimes. I've heard David in front of AB's mom say, what did he
He's
say?
crazy. He said, "Oh well, fuck me in the ass.
Yeah, no, he said, fuck me in the ass with no lube.
Fuck me in the ass with no
In
lube.
front of
Goddamn it,
AB's mom and
he's
dad.
crazy.
And then I was like, David. And he was like,
You can't do that.
he was like, oh, hey. And he saw them.
Like it's a casual saying.
Oh my god,
At your girlfriend's house is when your current girlfriend's house at her parents.
That's
Yeah.
something else.
that
Yeah.
shit was hilarious.
David
man.
is the fucking man. David's hilarious.
Oh Jesus Christ.
Yeah. I went to see a little comedy show
Ooh.
on Thursday. It was pretty cool, man. I saw the Danny LoPriore guy. The
OG
Damn, it's
Vine.
like your titties.
Yeah.
Yeah. But he had this thing called the Basement Yard with this dude named Joe Santagato.
Oh, I thought okay.
He was on there for a long time, and then they changed hosts, and then now he's on a podcast with his brother.
That's what I was thinking of.
Bro, I had went to go see. You remember the Casey Fry guy? The,
Yeah.
Be love, that guy.
Yeah.
he's dancing dude. So when I went to go see him, I thought it was pretty funny, but you could clearly tell the guy was playing the part. Like,
Yeah.
he was like, I'm doing the voice, and like, and like very whatever, and
I
doing
would
dances.
Not want to see that.
And it was funny, but like, I like comedy a lot, so I was just like, this is, and everyone was clapping when he would do it, and like, yeah,
Because they came to see that.
because they came to see that, which
Yeah.
is so bullshit. What the fuck? But like, but hey, man, good for him. But that's,
Let him get his bag.
I mean, it's fucking horrible, but good for him.
It's fucking orange. It's fucking awful for me, but let him get his bag.
because, but it's like comedy itself is like being, kind of not exploited, but you know what I mean? Like, it's just like
Yeah, I know
the
what you
shitty
mean.
side of comedy where people are just
I
going
agree.
there like to hear them say the one thing that they said on
Bro,
Vine.
some people
build,
now-
they didn't build
It's
up an
lame.
act, and you were saying, G?
Some people now, they don't even have an act. They just get up and just start doing crowd work.
Yeah.
And that's the whole hour.
They're just
Yep.
like,
Yeah.
they're just doing,
Oh, what do you do? Oh, you're a cop. All right, what do you do? Yeah. Cool.
If it's super funny, I wouldn't mind.
yeah.
But some
Man.
comedians know how to do it, and some really don't.
Yeah. So no disrespect like to Casey because I like Casey a lot. I thought he was funny.
Yeah.
And the stand up thing I also thought he was pretty funny, but I could see through it a little bit, and I was like, okay, well this could be a little bit
I
better.
could see through it.
Yeah, I'm like, all right.
I know what you're really doing,
But I still enjoyed myself. But this guy, he's the let me suck your
Yeah,
titties.
he's
Him and his
funny,
brother.
funny.
He's he did that let me suck your titties for like half a second, like at the very end of the show.
Yeah.
And he didn't really even sing it. He just did like let me suck your titties, like as a joke, as like a little ad lib for a joke.
Yeah.
But almost all of it was just straight comedy. And I was like,
Bro.
dude, this guy's a natural. He did really well.
He built up like his act, and he
Yeah.
probably has performed like at a bunch of other clubs in New York and shit. Because I know
Yeah.
he's like an East Coast dude, so he's probably like worked out a legit act.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's been doing it for like a year in like the New York East Coast area, and then now he's going all over. Like he was just in Austin and Dallas and shit.
Yeah.
And I saw him, and I was a little scared because I did the meet and greet thing. So I was a little scared.
That is very scary, bro.
It
I'm not
is.
going to lie. I don't know why, but it's very scary.
I've
Yeah,
only done
I
one
don't
before, and it was the Workaholics guys,
Oh,
and it was like they're huge, man. And so like it was very fast paced, and there's
Yeah.
like 4 of them, and it's way more intimidating because I've been watching them on fucking Comedy Central since I was like a kid and stuff.
My thing is like I want to say the cool thing that they remember.
Yeah.
And I don't.
I asked them like a very obscure question. I was like, this would be cool, right? But all I
They're
had
gonna
was,
love me. They're gonna ask me to join them.
you just have so much regret. They're gonna say, come on the road with us. And I'll be like, I don't know, guys. Let me check my schedule.
I'm quite a workaholic myself.
That's pretty funny, Joe. But it was like a lot more fast paced.
Yeah.
They're kind of like
It was very in and out
chit chat.
Yeah.
But these guys, with Danny, I mean, I did the meet and greet thing, and like the whole time I was like, dude, you're doing really well. Like that was pretty good. And so after that, because the whole time I was like, oh, what is this gonna be? Like, because we're sitting in the front too.
Yeah.
So I was like, what is this gonna be, man? Is it gonna suck? I'm gonna really. It's gonna suck for me if it sucks. And it didn't. It didn't suck at all. So I went and we did the meet and greet thing, and this guy was down to earth as fuck.
Yeah, he seems like a
super
cool guy.
He was chill as hell, and he said he's gonna come back in August. I think he's gonna start doing some like half of the year he's gonna do comedy shit, half of the year he's gonna do like comedy songs. So the next one he says is gonna be at, like he's gonna try to get it like House of Blues or something.
Okay.
And he's gonna do all like the whole thing will just be like funny songs.
I like that.
I like that a lot.
Yeah, man, shows he has range. Like
Yeah.
he likes to be funny, but he's talented. Like he's creatively talented. Like he can do other shit too.
Yeah, him and his brother they have a pod, and I think they deserve a lot more recognition. Low Priority Podcast, go check it out.
They're very funny, but he did get in trouble because he had one night where he was dissing a bunch of like Vine people, and I remember that night vividly.
On the podcast?
No, it was when he was on Vine.
It was on Vine.
and he deleted them all. But I remember that night,
Yeah.
and if I saw him, I would ask him about it.
Well, it wasn't like a straight up like, oh, this person sucks. It was funny. Like the way he was doing it.
was
he
mocking them.
He
was mocking
He'd be like,
them,
this is how King Batch makes a video. And then,
Yeah.
and then he would make a video.
Yeah.
And it was super like silly, like dumb as fuck. Like how the actual guy who he's talking about makes a video.
Yeah, because they're talented dudes. Like if you go listen to their pod, every single beginning of their pod, they do a song. And some of them are genuinely very funny. And on the pod, they talked about that. So his brother Michael was bigger on Vine than he was. And they do the pod together. And he was saying that apparently after he did that, like all these Viners were calling Michael and being like, hey man, can you give me Danny's number? Like that's really fucked up of him. I don't know why he would do that. Like Logan Paul and King Batch, like, dude, I need your brother's number. That's not cool.
That's funny as fuck.
I remember that shit. That shit was hilarious.
Yeah, they
I mean,
seem like two cool dudes.
Who do you think arguably became the biggest out of the Vine days?
Like still to this day,
Maybe King Batch, I think.
I would say Jake and Logan.
I was gonna say
Oh,
probably
yeah.
Jake and
Yeah.
Logan. After them, I would say
yeah.
the chick from
Amanda Cerny.
no, not Amanda Cerny. Abbott Elementary.
Quinta.
Quinta, yeah, she was.
Yeah, I would
on
say
there.
her after them.
I would
but-
say Lisa Koshy. Shout out to Lisa Koshy.
Oh,
Houston's
she did
very
good.
yeah,
own.
she might be. Yeah, she's pretty big now.
Yeah.
She's pretty big now too. But
She's
yeah,
fine
Logan,
as hell.
She's
Logan
fine
and
as
Jake
fuck, but
Paul.
annoying as fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, very cringy.
Big face.
A lot of the Viners honestly are.
Yeah.
They're still pretty big.
They are also pretty big. I think a lot of them were pretty annoying too. Now that I look back on it, like Logan and Jake, the shit they did.
Oh my god! Even back then, I hated them.
Yeah.
I didn't like them then.
Yeah, they looked like little squirrels back then.
She had Josh Peck. His career got revived
They did.
through the Vine.
It's true,
Yeah,
dude. He was in
man.
fucking Oppenheimer.
And now he's in fucking. You can go from Vine to Oppenheimer.
Crazy.
That's a pipeline right there.
Fucking Daniel Dobrik. He was hanging out. I think he's one of
David
Daniel
Dobrik.
David Dobrik.
Yeah.
Daniel Dobrik.
Daniel
Daniel
Dobrik.
Yeah, he's one of his homeboys. He's one of the Dobrik boys.
Oh, he is?
Yeah.
One of
one of those
Dobrik.
Vine girls is dating Dobrik dudes.
One of the Dobrik dudes.
One of the Vine girls is dating Tommy Lee now.
the drummer?
Yeah,
Whoa.
Brittany something. I can't remember her name.
That's fucking crazy.
The 60-year-old drummer?
Yeah, the 60-year-old
The
drummer.
60-year-old drummer.
The one,
He's
who,
like
the one who
65.
piped down Pamela Anderson.
Yeah, he's fucking old
that
as
we
shit.
can see that I cannot be with somebody that everybody has seen their dick.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Guy's got a schlong on him too.
And good tempo.
Yeah,
He got that 65-year-old shalong on him.
Bangs constantly like a metronome.
Yeah, he's just like the skinny girl with big boobs. If y'all know if you see her, wasn't there one of the guys that dude who was tatted up? Maybe it was Chris something. I can't remember. He was like a white dude. He had a bunch of like. Those colorful
Curtis
tats.
LaFleur.
Didn't he get hit with like a sexual
He
assault charge?
did.
Yeah, he did, because he was
Yeah.
like,
I think it was beating up his girlfriend or something.
or like drugging him or some shit like that.
What's wrong?
He
with
was big on Vine too.
He was.
That's crazy, man. The Vine days, bro. It's crazy. Twitter just bought that shit and did nothing with
They
it.
just bought it for the competition.
They just killed it. And they're such idiots because they could have made TikTok before it became TikTok, and they did nothing with it.
They're just
Oh
stupid,
yeah,
bro.
yeah. I know what you mean. Yeah.
It was just a good format.
It
Like,
was
it
a
was
good
like the
format.
best. I don't know. I think comparing it to TikTok is different though because TikTok's algorithm is crazy.
Yeah, it is. But
Like
the
good?
concept I'm
It's
saying is
fire.
like just the concept of short form video.
The short form
because there was
stuff,
nothing
yeah.
like that ever before. There was YouTube, right? And there'd be like short YouTube videos, but like nothing like the TikTok form or the Vine
Yeah.
format before Vine.
And then I remember the day that it's not revining, but when they started to like, you could share it.
Yeah,
and
it
you could,
was
like,
Revine, I think.
Oh my God, that changed everything, bro.
It ruined
that
it,
made
right?
Terrio famous. No, that's why Terrio blew up.
It was a fun app though, man.
Wait, so what was that? Because I've heard them talk about that, and they kept saying that was like the death of Vine when you could do
Nah,
like
bro.
or maybe there was something else they were talking about. You could pay to like boost your thing or something.
It was probably that, or there was a bunch of people that like when the app was made, they followed a fuck ton of people,
Yeah.
and they all followed them back. And then they just unfollowed everybody.
And I also think another thing that they would do
There was
was
some guy that did that.
verified people would all repost each other's shit and it
Yeah.
would get pushed to the top.
Yeah,
So
that
then the
happened.
whole top was not regular people, was all
it
like
was all
these,
the top content. Yes,
these little ring of people.
That's exactly what happened. No more
Yeah.
like the people like Leanne V, King Batch.
Oh,
Lele
man.
Pons. Remember that?
Yeah,
Oh
Lele
my
Pons. The-
Big mouth annoying bitch.
Their shit
Yeah, I
was
hated that
so
girl, bro.
corny. Their shit was mad corny.
She's a huge star in South America though now. Or wherever she's from.
Really?
Yeah, like Colombia or wherever
What the
she's from.
fuck?
I swear she's like a TV personality. I swear to God.
Lele Pons?
Lele Pons, she's
You're
huge.
fucking joking.
Yeah, and her homegirl, they're still. I think Amanda Cerny. Whatever. I think they both are still pretty big.
Man, the Sony was bad.
Yeah, she is bad.
Jesus
That's
Christ.
She
great.
made
But-
OnlyFans.
But that's a really good point, Omar. They just reposted or revined each other's shit.
Yeah.
That way, whenever you open your shit, you would just see a bunch of these assholes' content, and
Yeah.
you wouldn't see like the fresh stuff from like some random person in the hood.
Yeah.
like those are the fun. Those are the fun videos. Like
Yeah.
the random ones that would just pop up from people with their friends making videos that would just go viral because they're legitimately funny.
for sure, dude. Yes, yes. That kid.
That kid with the basketball?
Oh, dude. Can we talk about Mason Ramsey?
Oh, the Yoda?
yeah.
Yodeling kid.
He got big off Vine.
He did get big off Vine.
Was that on Vine? I thought it was on Twitter.
I thought he was on Twitter.
Oh, never mind. My bad. But well, I saw him recently. He made another song, like a full song, and he's like older now. He has like a deeper voice and shit.
He performs in like legit venues.
He's
now.
big.
Yeah.
Like, he's actually famous.
Like at certain big country venues and like festivals and shit, he'll perform there.
Yeah.
He put up a song recently. I don't know how old he is now. He's probably like 17, 18 or something like that. It's a good song. Go check
not
it out.
bad.
You bumping Mason Ramsey in the
I
whip?
might be, bro, it's not even like country. It's like you got to listen to it. I can't even describe it. It's like
it's like drugs, man.
like
you just got to do it to
You
understand.
just gotta do it.
God, man, it'll open your mind. I'm trying to. It's like
He went
like,
from yodeling to this.
it's certainly not yodeling. It's
Yeah.
definitely not even totally country either. It's kind of like a song. It sounds like a
okay.
like a sad. I don't know, dramatic.
Who broke
song.
Mason's heart?
Someone broke Mason's heart. I think it's "You Made Me Blue" or something like that. I don't remember.
Aw.
Something about being blue. Check it out though. It's surprisingly it's weird to see that.
It's weird that he's good.
Yeah, it's weird that he's good because you see him as the yodeling kid in Walmart with a giant hat on. Talking about no,
I didn't think that was bad though. I thought
didn't
that was
think so
fly.
either.
He did that in the middle of Walmart and had a crowd.
Just tapping his shoe down. Just I need to ride all it dang it down now.
It's crazy the fucking like how easy it looks to go viral, right? Like people just doing some random fucking thing and then
Yeah.
all of a sudden they're huge. And now everybody's trying to do that like same thing in all these places. Like there's this whole subreddit called I Am the Main Character. And it's people who go and just do obnoxious shit in places. It's like videos that people screen grab off of like Twitter, or TikTok, or Instagram.
Yeah.
Of
worst
legitimately
people.
people just going to do just the most stupid, like going into Walmart pretending to like have a gun or like staging a
Oh
whole
my
like
god,
staging a whole samurai fight or shit like that in the middle of like while people are trying to stock food and shit.
bro! It's got to be a sad feeling when you do like videos like that and they don't hit.
Oh yeah,
You're
I'm sure
like,
that
bro,
happens all the fucking
That is
time.
embarrassing.
You must feel like an idiot. I saw a video recently of this guy, and he starts going up to this dude he doesn't know in a library in college, and he like puts his arm around him. He's like, everybody, they're like in a study hall or whatever. Like everyone's quiet and like on their laptops and whatever. And he goes up to him, and he's like, "This is my boyfriend, everybody, of 8 years." And the guy like starts like doing like a spin move to get away from him, and he's like, "Dude, leave me alone."
Yeah.
And then a bunch of people are just like, "Dude, can you shut the fuck up, please?" And the guy like settles down real quick, and he's like, "Oh," and then he just walks away quietly. He's like, "That was crazy," to his camera.
Oh my
I'm like,
God.
dude, you're a dork.
I
You're a
fucking hate,
dork.
Or I've seen other videos of the worst ones are at Home Depot, bro. When there's people who are just trying to work on their house because I presume they're either trying to upgrade something or because something broke. There's the only
Yeah.
reasons you go to Home Depot. If something broke or you're trying to upgrade something.
Shit, some people go there to clown around.
Those
I
are the
used
worst
to.
people, right?
Yeah.
Those people go into Home Depot. This guy's looking at two different kinds of light bulbs. He's trying to figure out what to buy. These fucking young kids come up behind him and they're like, "Oh yeah!" They yell into his
Oh
ear. They
my
fucking
God.
whisper into his ear or some
Yeah.
shit. Bro, don't do that to no 60-year-old man. He gonna whoop your ass.
He gonna die.
yeah, or he could die. Yeah, or chupapi.
That
Yeah.
reminds me of David. Chupapi Muñeño. How did that get so big?
I don't fucking know,
No, bro.
idea.
Those Nelk dudes, that's what they used to do, and now they have like a They have like something similar to Barstool now. Not as big
Yeah, they're
at all,
huge.
Bro,
They are huge,
they have
bro.
a beer brand. Like what they do. What I'm starting to see is the formula is like develop a following with stupid ass videos, make a stupid ass podcast, then make a stupid ass brand, whether it's like an energy drink or some kind of sports drink.
Yeah.
Right. And then venture into stupid ass athletics, whether it's getting your ass beat on a boxing match or like letting an MMA fighter beat you up just for clout. So it's like there's all these different things they're venturing into, but it's just an extension of the stupid ass diaspora.
It's just all stupid ass diaspora.
Yeah, it's one big stupid ass business model they
Yeah,
have. It's like,
exactly.
It's a parent company is the Nelk Boys.
Can you imagine that? But hey, man, those guys are fucking millionaires.
They're millionaires,
you know.
bro.
So
And they changed it up to, I think their thing is called like Lazy Dad or something
Happy
like
Dad.
that. Happy
Happy
Dad.
Happy
Yeah.
Dad.
That's
Happy
like
Dad is fucking huge, bro. That shit is massive. You
So-
buy that in any store, damn near.
It's like hats and stuff like that, right?
No, it's a beer.
it's beer. It's a beer brand.
Oh,
It's
okay.
either beer or seltzer.
It's something like shirts or something.
The same thing.
Okay.
Some kind of alcoholic drink.
yeah,
Alcohol is becoming like the thing that all celebrities are starting to do now.
because it's
Like
fucking
they're all
guaranteed
making
money,
a beer
bro.
or tequila or something now.
If you make a good one, it's guaranteed money.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and like a lot of them cut corners. They just use cheap ones. You know what I mean? Like
sure.
with tequilas and shit like that. Like they just get really cheaply made ones. They slap a label on it and they mark it up.
I low-key hate those videos on Instagram where they're like, you shouldn't drink Casamigos, you should drink this instead. But they're very informative.
Yeah,
And they'll teach you that them tequilas are pieces of shit.
yes, like the mainstream tequilas, they just use a bunch of additives,
Yeah.
a bunch of fake shit. Like actual good tequila is probably easier to find, right? If you look up videos, because there's
Yeah,
probably,
you don't
there's
need
probably
to-
more of it in the store. Because there's 40 different bottles in the store, yet people are cleaning out the Casamigos, the Don
Yeah.
Julio. You know what I mean? It's
weird, yeah.
So like at least a couple of those 40 bottles is gonna be legit tequila, right?
Yeah.
I would assume quite a few of them.
Yeah. Yeah, it's funny, but once you really learn how this country works, not even this country, how the whole world works, like
Yeah.
when you get down to the root of it, there's the same factories making all this shit.
All the same
it's
shit.
all
bro.
the same kind of stuff.
It's just how you promote it.
Yeah, it's just how you promote it.
It's branding and shit, like all the the clothing, right? It's all made by the same Chinese
Man.
manufacturers.
Yeah, dude, these reps, these Jordan reps or whatever, the same manufacturers will have another another product line or whatever production thing, and they'll like make reps.
Yeah.
And they'll just do a little bit different, or they'll buy all the materials that the real Jordan Brand factory buys, and then
And they'll just make another one.
yeah, from the same supplier who supplies them, and they'll just make the exact same
So
shit.
what are we really paying for now? Like something I started to notice because I've been reading about like this like men's fashion subreddit about because I've been wanting to get more into like higher quality clothing, and that doesn't mean like more expensive. I mean like
Just better quality.
better quality that's
Yeah.
gonna last longer. Because I find like I wash some shit, it'll shrink, or like the dye
Oh
will get
my
fucked
God.
up, or like it'll just look all fucked up after being washed. I'm like, why does that happen?
A black tee is tough to keep new.
Yeah, and like I was reading about it, and it's like saying that a lot of clothes, the first problem is that a lot of it is blends. So it's like they use polyester and a bunch of other shit, and there's a very little percentage of cotton. Because if you were to use full cotton, it's more expensive, like 100% cotton, right? Or things like silk. There's barely any ever actual 100% silk anymore. It's like a bunch of synthetic bullshit that's bad for your skin, and it gets fucked up in the washer after a few washes.
Yeah.
That's like all these companies, they've cut out all these legitimate fibers and textures, which we've used for hundreds of years,
Yeah.
thousands of years probably, because these synthetic ones are much cheaper and they're easier to pump out. You know what I mean?
It's like that everywhere too. Everyone wants
Yeah.
everything faster, and they want it cheap, and they want all that shit because the stuff may seem like it's the same price, but you're getting it way faster than before, and there's a cost that goes into that. And
Yeah.
the
Of
company's not
course.
going to want to pay that, so they're going to mark that shit up. They're cutting corners in one place to try to make you feel like you're getting the thing fast in another
Exactly.
place. It's all horseshit, dude. It's all just a big game, and whatever the customer values is what they're doing. Right
That's
now,
what I'm saying. I think
they value
for
time.
clothing, I think that's more dictated by the consumer.
Yeah.
So that's why we have like fast fashion shit now, where no one wants to wear the same outfit more than one time.
Yeah.
So now they're just buying. Now they're buying a bunch of Temu shit. You're getting fucking 10 shirts for $30, and you're like, "Wow, this is a great deal."
Yeah.
And then shirts made, and it feels like a piece of shit.
Yeah, and it
Truly,
honestly
dude.
doesn't look that good either.
They look horrible.
They look better on the fucking model.
Yo,
on the
girls,
thing.
y'all gotta stop
Yeah.
buying them Fashion Nova dresses. We could tell. I know them when I see them.
And it's crazy too because you go to a thrift store and you can look at the shirt and you could be like, "This is not a shirt from this fucking
Exactly.
millennia, like from 2000s. Like this is a '90s shirt or something like that.
Man.
you could, or a very early 2000s shirt. And the thing is, it seems like it's in better quality than a shirt that I bought from fucking Express or H&M
Yeah.
or something
Yeah,
like that.
that's how it is with a lot of shit, man.
Yeah,
I bought a beautiful wool shirt, like a wool little long sleeve shirt, and I put that bitch in the washer, and it shrank. And I said, "This is why we stopped buying this bullshit."
yeah, bro.
Yeah.
When I first got like my corporate job, I bought like some Express like polos, just like plain black polos with like a like a little white thing, a little white accent or whatever, and then some shit from H&M, just like some plain stuff. And they're all bullshit. They all shrunk.
Horrible quality.
They were like a medium or something like that. They shrunk down to like a girl small. It's absurd. They're like tiny. And it happened with all of them. And I was like, why did I spend $45 on this dumb fucking shirt?
It's frustrating, man. It's
like,
like,
gonna last.
where do you find good quality clothing? Though? You probably have to like go online and really seek it out. Like people who are like hand making shit, like and like making it to your specific measurements and shit like that.
It depends on what you want. Because I've been on Depop recently, and oh my god, I'm cleaning up.
Yeah,
Depop is
thrifting is the way to go.
I was say that's thrifting, right? That's like online secondhand marketplace.
Yeah, I just been more into thrifting because I just like to buy more like different looking stuff now. So
that's if the person who owned it prior kept good care of it. Because I've thrifted some things. I'm like, man, this person like they let it get fucked up here, or like there's like a stain, or I'm like, shit.
And it's hard to buy it online because with thrifting, the sizing can be so drastically different.
That is true,
especially for me because I got long arms, so everything would just be like to my wrist, and I want that bitch all over my hand.
You do? I like it when it stops at the wrist. That's
I
my
hate
favorite.
that shit.
You like it on the wrist like a girl wearing a sweatshirt?
Yes, bro.
Like,
I want to feel
over the wrist.
I want to feel covered in love.
Be like Ariana Grande.
I want to be a little Ariana Grande.
I know Ariana Grande.
You want to hold your hand closed and hold it close to your face.
I want to have a long sweater that goes to my knees.
Open my sweater, pull out a sword.
That's the dream, bro. I want to start a business where I sell oversized clothing for men. That's my dream.
Like a big and tall?
Yeah. Everybody gonna be wearing Snuggies.
DXL, dude, those exist a little bit.
Geo's big and tall?
Geo's big and tall.
GBT?
It's for nice little soft men that want to be covered.
A short men clothing brand. I always thought short dude pants is what everyone needs.
Short
dude pants.
It's what the world needs right now.
Of all the things in the world, that's what they need. Short dude pants.
There's a lot of problems in the world, and the elections coming up are going to be dog shit. But we need short dude pants.
Shit, bro.
No, but like short dude pants don't exist. Like the shirts, the shoes, whatever, all that stuff is fine. But pants are hard to fucking find.
Is it because like there's none available, or just they're not good?
It's like just I don't know. They're just like all too long or they're too wide. Or pants in general just don't fit nice. I just don't like the way pants fit.
I just think the idea that like we have to go to the store and buy clothing that's like has this generic fit is bullshit. I think it's obviously it's not feasible, but like if we were able to, if we could afford it, the ideal situation is to buy clothing that's fitted and tailored to you.
Yeah.
Right? But that's obviously too fucking expensive.
Yeah.
We can't all do that. But to me, that'd be the ideal situation. You never have to worry about, like, this is not going to fit me.
Yeah.
Because it's always tailored to exactly your measurements. But they can't do that.
I want to get into cutting clothes, like, to actually, like, putting pieces together. That shit would be so fun.
Hell
but
yeah,
I'd have to buy a machine and do all that shit. Phooey.
Yeah, see, it's honestly an expensive... That's an expensive hobby.
It's expensive as hell.
It's not that bad. It's not that like the machine itself is a little bit expensive, but actually you might be right.
You have to buy the fabric.
Mostly because
the
the machine and the fabric. Mostly the machine. It's just a heavy upfront investment to where it's like, all right, am I really going to use this? I need to make sure if I'm going to spend this much money, I'm going to use it.
And then imagine you fuck up. So you have to buy more fabric.
Well, you got to train on regular shit. Because I used to...
Knowing me, I'd start with the crazy big shit.
I'm making a skirt. No, a skirt's easy. I would imagine like a button up would be really hard to make.
Yeah.
That'd be like a button that has buttons all the way
Oh,
down.
my God.
That
you
would
have
be
to sew
real
the
hard.
buttons in? Oh, hell no.
You'd have to make sure the two sides are even and shit. Hell no.
Hell no. Hell no.
Yeah,
Fuck that.
Y'all remember when I used to have the little pocket tee shit in high school?
Mm-hmm.
So like I learned how to sew a little bit on it. It's kind of difficult.
Yeah.
But once you get the hang of it,
to make it look like sleek, you know what I mean. You don't want it to have like you don't want that bitch to be crooked.
you don't want it to be crooked, and you also to keep like because you're running it through the thing. So like
Watch your hands.
yeah, well, watch your hands too, but also the stitching, like the line needs to be straight. If not, it's gonna be like this.
Yeah,
Which is way more obvious than you think. Once
Yeah.
it's
it would
actually
be
done.
hell yeah, it'd be noticeable.
You're just looking at it like, "Ugh."
And it kind of crumples the fabric too, so it's not completely flush to the thing.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, but with practice, it's really not that bad. If you just take a bunch of old T-shirts, start sewing them together and shit.
We need to start stupid ass clothing brand.
Stupid ass clothing brand.
Stupid ass clothes.
That's a
No
good note.
lines are straight. They're all wiggly.
Hey, it was an hour? All right.
That's a good note to end on, boys.
Oh,
All
shit.
right.
Bye, guys.
Take care, everybody.
Hell no.